Just get right into it. Get right into it and see if everything's alright. It's good. Shalom. We'll get right into this lesson. Alright. Get right into it. Alright, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shema Rashah, double honor to the apostle brother of the great millstone, shalom to the host to the left. You see the title here, open topic. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, except you repent, you should all likewise perish. So let's get right to the video.
Three people are dead, 11 people total shot. We know 10 adults and 1 juvenile were shot last night in Fort Worth's Como neighborhood. Again, we know 3 of those people have died. No word yet on if that juvenile was among those killed.
We begin our team coverage with our Nick Starling. Nick, you started at the scene in that Como neighborhood. You reported during one of your live shots that you heard gunshots. Police pulled out. You pulled out along with your crew out of safety, and now you're live from Fort Worth Police Headquarters. What can you tell us where you are now?
That's right, Keith. We moved due to our safety. As you mentioned, we heard gunshots at the scene, and so we moved to Fort Worth Police Headquarters here in Fort Worth. And what we know now, just within the past few minutes, is that 3 people have died. A total of 11 are injured, and 8 are recovering in area hospitals right now. And Fort Worth police tell us this happened just shortly after midnight in a parking lot where shots were fired into a crowd near Horn Street and Azo Avenue. There was some sort of gathering there. Again, this is all new information we just got in within the past few minutes. Police tell us 3 people died, 1 died on scene, and 8 are recovering at area hospitals. We are told that they were transported to the hospital by ambulance and others by private vehicle to those hospitals. Now, police tell us they believe 10 victims are adults and 1 is a juvenile. And now we do not know at this point whether that juvenile is one of the 3 that died in this overnight shooting. And I've seen the medical examiner out there. I even saw the heartbreaking scene earlier this morning. The medical examiner going up to a family saying, sorry for your loss. And crime scene investigators are out there just trying to figure out what happened.
It's going to be a while. It's a very large crime scene, as you can see behind me. Crime scene officers are processing that, trying to find all the evidence they can, and detectives have a number of people to speak with, both here and at the hospital. So we'll be out here a while.
Now, at this moment, the suspect is still out there. Police do not have anyone in custody with this overnight shooting. And Fort Worth police is just really asking anyone, if you have any videos of what happened or any information about this crime, to give them a call so they can help solve this and give some sort of justice to these grieving families this morning. Live in Fort Worth, Nick Starling, CBS News, Texas.
And we just got some new information into our newsroom, Nick. I know that you reported hearing gunfire. Police just got back to us, said they are not aware of any reports of new gunfire. So we do believe maybe it was fireworks. It is right around the 4th of July holiday, so that is entirely possible. But again, no reports of any added gunfire at that scene this morning.
But we do have reports that are in that are sombering and sobering, in the sense that 3 are dead, 8 are injured, 11 shot total in the Como neighborhood of Fort Worth last night in a mass shooting. And now here's what we have on this July 4th, and our team coverage continues now.
This all happened in the Lake Como neighborhood in Fort Worth. Right now, I am outside of JPS Hospital. Again, police say that several victims were taken to the hospital, and this hospital is only located at 2 of their victims were critical, 1 serious, that they could potentially be took place.
Here's to another wonder-filled summer in Wisconsin. Here's to Stargate.
A block party, we are not going to.
But we begin this morning with a search for suspects in Baltimore after a mass shooting at a neighborhood block party early Sunday left 2 people dead and 28 others injured. The city's mayor, Brandon Scott, spoke on CBS Mornings earlier today.
Well, the latest is that we are still looking for those who cowardly decided to disrupt a block party. We are not going to stop until we find them and hold them accountable. But we're not just going to stop at them. We're going to try to find out who sold the gun, who trafficked their gun into Baltimore.
An 18-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man were killed. Scott McFarland is in Baltimore with more on this.
This was a reckless, cowardly act of violence.
A crowd filled with teenagers and young adults ran for their lives early Sunday morning as a spray of gunfire hit 30 people, killing an 18-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man in Baltimore's Brooklyn community.
People got to make a change. Something got to give. This is too much.
Another shooting in 805 Gretna Court. Caller says the sister was shot.
Police are still searching for suspects and say there were multiple shooters.
People were running everywhere, people were crying, people were out of breath.
Laquel Nelson had just left the block party when she heard a flurry of shots ring out. She told us she helped 2 people who were wounded and covered with blood into her car, racing them to the nearest hospital.
I'd read red lights, dodged around cars. I have children myself, and I would have wanted someone to have done that for my child if she was in that predicament. I'm just a bit tired of this going on in my city.
In the last 30 days, there have been more than 50 shootings in Baltimore, and Sunday's violent spree sent a jolt through the city at the start of what's supposed to be a week of celebrations.
Treat this as if it was your daughter, your son, your brother, your cousin that was out here shot at this event. We must come together as Baltimore and wrap our arms around this Brooklyn community and each other. But again, as I said earlier, we have to be better for ourselves.
And Scott joins us with more on this story from Baltimore. Scott, the woman's clip there where she said, "I'm just so tired."
About this rampage, the multiple Maryland recently announced
Preceding the actual holiday day,
after a gunman opened fire in Philadelphia, shooting 7 people, killing 5, and injuring 2 children.
All units use caution. We got somebody with a long gun.
Police say the suspect was armed with an AR-15 style rifle and a handgun, carrying a police scanner and wearing a bulletproof vest. The suspect still firing as police were at the scene.
As they were scooping up the victims and preparing them for transport to the hospital, they also heard multiple gunshots up the street.
Officers chasing down the suspect, finally cornering him in an alley.
He was taken into custody without further incident.
Investigators say they currently do not have a motive in the shootings and do not know if the suspect is connected to any of the victims. Police also taking a second person into custody.
We have another person that we believe acquired a gun somehow, don't know how, and picked up the gun and returned fire in the direction of the shooter that we have in custody.
This incident comes just 1 day after 2 other mass shootings. In Baltimore, where a community block party descended into chaos as gunfire erupted, killing 2 and injuring more than 24 others. And in Wichita, Kansas, 9 people shot and wounded at a nightclub. Back in Philadelphia, the mayor saying he's horrified by the shootings, writing, "My heart is with the loved ones and families of everyone involved, and I send my prayers to the victims."
Yeah, and police say this crime scene is massive. Authorities will be back out there this morning canvassing. Police have yet to release the names of those 2 suspects that were apprehended. And again, still no word on a motive this morning. Craig?
George Solis Force there in Philadelphia. George, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every...
All right, let's get right to these scriptures. As you see, judgment, man. Let's go to Luke chapter 13, verse 3. So people have no excuse, man, because powerful serving out there in the highways and byways. Now people still not taking heed of the word. Luke 13, verse 2. Let's go ahead and get to that. And how shall answer said to them, suppose you those Galilee was above all Galilees, because they suffer sure thing. I tell you nay, but except you repent, you shall all likewise perish, right? You shall all likewise perish. Read that again, Luke chapter 13, verse 2. And Yahweh shall answer and say unto them, I suppose you that those Galilees were sinners above all Galilees, because they had suffered sure thing. Verse 5, I tell you nay, but except you repent, you shall all likewise perish, right? You shall all likewise perish. As you see the video here, you know, heavy armed gunman, body arm killed 5 in Philadelphia. Then you got the one in Baltimore. More than 50 shots in Baltimore. 30 days, 2 deaths after incident. Then you got the one in Fort Worth, Texas. 3 people dead, 8 others injured. 4th was shooting. So man, it's all the judgment of Yahweh. Man. Let's read that again. Luke 13, verse 5 again. It says, I tell you nay, but except you repent, you shall all likewise perish, right? You shall all likewise perish. Let's go to 1 Samuel. Or is it 1 Samuel? I think it is 2 verse 6. No, it's 2 Samuel. Yeah, I got it right. I think I got it wrong. Let me see. Yeah, I got it wrong. 1 Samuel 2, verse 6, it say, the Lord kills and maketh alive. He brings down to the grave and brings up. Verse 7, the Lord make poor and make rich and bring low and lift up, right? 1 Samuel 2, verse 6, the Lord kills and maketh alive. He brings down to the grave and brings up, right? The Lord kills. Job 4, verse 7. Remember, I praise thee, whoever perish be innocent, or when the righteous cut off. Even as sins they plow iniquity, and sow wickedness, and reap the same. By the blast of the Most High they perish, and by the breath of their nostril are they consumed. Right, man? It said, remember, I praise thee, whoever perish being innocent. Job 4, verse 7. Remember, I praise thee, whoever perish being innocent, or when the righteous cut off. Even as sins they plow iniquity, and sow wickedness, and reap the same. By the blast of the Most High they perish, and by the breath of their nostril are they consumed. Right? Remember, I praise thee, whoever perish being innocent. Psalm 57, verse 11. It said the Most High judged the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Right? He is angry with the wicked every day. He is angry with the wicked every day. Let's get that again. Psalm 57, verse 11 again. The Most High judged the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Psalm 59, verse 16. Psalms 9, verse 16, it said, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executes. The wicked ensnares in the works of his own hand. Right? The Lord is known by the judgment which he executes. Psalm 47, verse 2, it said, for the Lord Most High is terrible, and he's a great king over all the earth. Right? He's a great king over all the earth. Psalm 89, verse 14. It say, justice and judgment are the half of thy throne. Mercy and truth should go before thy face. Right? Let's go to Isaiah 55, verse 6. Let me bring this up. Isaiah 55, verse 6. It says, seek the Lord while he may be found. Right? Seek him while he may be found. And call upon him while he is near. Right? Call upon him while he is near. Verse 7. It said, let the wicked forsake his way. Right? Forsake your ways. And the righteous man his thought. Let him return to the Lord. And he will have mercy upon him to our power. For he will abundant a pardon. So we're going to read it again. Isaiah 55, verse 7. It says, let the wicked forsake his ways, right? And the righteous man his thoughts. And let him return to Yahweh Shemashah. And to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him to our power, for he will abundant our pardon. It says, verse 8, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heaven are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So, yeah. Right. What else? Let's go to Ezekiel 3. No, I don't want that. We're going to move on. Let's go to Ezekiel 18, verse 25. Yet, I say, the way of the Lord is not equal. Hear now, O house of Israel, is not my ways unequal, or not your ways unequal? When the righteous man turned away from his righteousness and committed iniquity and died in them, for his iniquity that he had done, should he die? Again, when the wicked man turned away from his wickedness that he had committed and does it which is lawful and righteous, he should save his soul and live, because he considered and turned away from all his transgressions that he had committed. He should surely live and should not die. Yet said the house of Israel, the way of the Lord is not equal, O house of Israel, or not my ways equal, or not your ways unequal. Therefore I will judge you, O house of Israel, every one according to his ways, said the Lord. Paul, repent and turn yourself from all your transgressions, so your iniquity should not be your ruin. Right, so your iniquity should not be your ruin. Cast away from all your transgressions, whereby you have transgressed. Make you a new heart, a new spirit. For why would you die, O house of Israel? Why would you die? For have no pleasure in the death of him that died, said the Lord power. Wherefore turn yourself and live. Right, turn yourself and live. Amos 5 verse 4. It say, for thou said the Lord unto the house of Israel, seek me and you shall live. Right, seek him and you shall live. All right. Oh yeah, let's go to this. Amos 3 verse 6. Get a couple more closed out. Amos 3 verse 6. It says, should the trumpet be blown in the city and the people be not afraid? Should they be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? Should the Lord power do nothing but he reveal his secret unto the servants the prophet? Right, he will reveal his secret unto the servants the prophet. Read it again. Amos 3 verse 6 again. It says, should a trumpet blow in the city and the people be not afraid? Should it be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? Should the Lord power do nothing but he will reveal his secret unto the servants the prophet? Right, he will reveal his secret unto the servants the prophet. Zephaniah 2 verse 3, 2 verse 1. No, it's 3 verse 5. I forget. Yeah, Zephaniah 3 verse 5. It said, the just Lord in the midst thereof, he will not do iniquity every morning. Does he bring his judgment to light? He fail not. But the unjust, no shame. Right, the unjust, no shame. Zephaniah 3 verse 5. The just Lord in the midst thereof, he would not do iniquity every morning. Does he bring his judgment to light? He fail not. But the unjust, no shame. Right, the unjust, no shame. John 15 verse 22. John 15 verse 22. It say, if have not come and spoken unto them, they have not sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sins. Right, you have no cloak for their sins. John 15 verse 22. If I have not come and spoken unto them, they have not have sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sins. Right, no cloak. And we're gonna look at that word cloak. Spelled it right. Think I got it right. Nobody ain't find it, but it's all right. We're gonna move on. We'll deal with this later. Get out of this. Get one more scripture. All right. Let's go to Acts. Close out with this. Acts 3, verse 19. It said, "Repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sin may be blotted out. For the time of refreshment shall come from the presence of the Lord." Right? Repent. Repent. We again, Acts 3, verse 19. "Repent you therefore and be converted, that your sin may be blotted out. When the time of refreshment shall come from the presence of the Lord." Right? Repent. Repent. So I'm gonna close that right there. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shema Rashah, double honor to the apostle, brother, elder, great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.